Vulnerability is not winning or losing. It's having the courage to show up and be seen when we have no control over the outcome.
What are we doing with vulnerability? Why do we struggle with it so much? Am I alone in struggling with vulnerability? Having to ask my husband for help because I'm sick and we're newly married. Initiating sex with my husband. Initiating sex with my wife. Being turned down. Asking someone out. Waiting for the doctor to call back. Getting laid off. Laying off people. This is the world we live in. We live in a vulnerable world.
These powerful words are from the woman who has reshaped the way we understand courage, vulnerability, shame, and empathy. Brene Brown. Brene Brown isn't just an author, she's a force of nature. With her down-to-earth personality, deep empathy, and unflinching honesty, she's become a beacon of hope and a guide to living a more authentic life. Born in San Antonio, Texas, Brene was the eldest of 4 children, raised in a family that valued hard work and resilience. But it wasn't until she began her work as a research professor at the University of Houston that she truly found her calling. Her journey into authorship wasn't planned. In fact, it began with a personal crisis. Brene, who was always intrigued by human emotions, decided to confront her own struggles with vulnerability, shame, and connection. This wasn't just academic research, it was deeply personal. As she dug deeper into her research, Brene uncovered universal truths about the human experience. But sharing these truths wasn't easy. Her initial work was met with skepticism. After all, who wants to talk about shame and vulnerability? But Brene persisted, fueled by a belief that these uncomfortable topics were the keys to a more fulfilled life. Her big break came with her 2010 TED Talk, The Power of Vulnerability, which focuses on the connection between courage and vulnerability and explains the need for leaders to show up even when they have no control of the outcome. It was a moment that changed everything for Brene. The talk went viral, and suddenly Brene's message was resonating with millions. She became a best-selling author, a sought-after speaker, and a global thought leader. Brene's journey hasn't been without challenges. The vulnerability she champions has often made her a target for criticism. Yet she's navigated these struggles with grace, using her experiences to further connect with her audience. Her honesty about her own imperfections is what makes her so relatable, so impactful. To date, Brene has authored 6 New York Times bestsellers, including Daring Greatly, The Gift of Imperfection, Rising Strong, Braving the Wilderness, Atlas of the Heart, and Dare to Lead. Each of these works explores the complexities of human emotions, offering readers not just knowledge, but practical tools for living a more courageous life. Her accomplishments are staggering. Her books have been translated into over 30 languages. She's sold millions of copies worldwide, and her research has been used by Fortune 500 companies, the military, and educators around the globe. But perhaps her greatest legacy is the way she's changed the conversation about vulnerability and shame, topics once considered taboo, now embraced as essential to personal and collective growth. So, what makes Brene Brown stand out? It's not just her groundbreaking research or her eloquent writing. It's her ability to connect with people on a deeply human level. Brene has made it okay to talk about the hard stuff, the messy, uncomfortable emotions we all experience but rarely discuss. She's shown us that vulnerability isn't a weakness but a strength. We see that Brene Brown's work is more than just words on a page. It's a call to live more bravely, to embrace our imperfections, and to connect with others on a deeper level. If you haven't yet explored her work, now is the time. Pick up one of her books and discover the power of vulnerability for yourself. What could you achieve if you dared to be vulnerable? Let Brene Brown guide you on the journey to finding out.